Now let's explore how you find articles for your academic argumentative research paper. Go to the Dallas College homepage. Once you're on the Dallas College homepage, slide the scroll bar all the way down on the right over here until you get to the very bottom of the homepage. On the far left, you see a dark blue box with links to various college services. The third one down is the libraries. That's the one you want to select. Left click on libraries. That takes you to the Dallas College library page. Now slide your cursor back over to the slider bar there. Scroll down just a little ways till you find the light blue box in the middle of the screen. Under the column identified as Find, the second link down is to articles, journals, and databases. That's the one you want to select. So left click it, and that takes you to the page for Dallas College databases. Now folks, there's only one database from which I will accept materials, outside resources for anything in your research paper. And that is from the database. Under the letter O, we'll click on the letter O here, and that opens us up to a link to opposing viewpoints. Gale in Context, Opposing Viewpoints. Folks, there is so much material available to you from this database that there's no need to go anywhere else. In fact, I will not accept a research paper finally in its final draft that includes resources from any other source other than articles from opposing viewpoints. Let's see what you have. Now when you click on it, it's going to ask you to sign in with your Dallas College sign-in login. I'm already logged in, so I'm going to click it here, and it will probably take me directly to Gale in Context, Opposing Viewpoints, which it does. Now you need to have selected from your sample topics page that I gave you there the topic that you wish to explore for the research paper. This is going to be a social issue which has associated with it a number of very powerful conflicts. And you're going to take a stand on one of those conflicts. Let's just type in, let's suppose that we take Black Lives Matter. That is one of the options on the list. So I'll just type black, and look at that. As soon as I type the word black, a number of options drop down. Let's click on Black Lives Matter. Now, immediately you see a little synopsis over here about this social or civil rights movement, an activist network referred to as Black Lives Matter. If you want to read more, you can. You may quote from or use paraphrases from this background information if you wish. You will have the source information available for you at the bottom of the page down here. And at the end of it, it gives you a source citation, which you will use in your Works Cited page. We'll come back to that in just a moment. But let's go back to the main page for Black Lives Matter. Scroll down, and on this page you will see a number of links to various resources. Now, the only two from which I want you to draw information are the academic journals and from the Viewpoints page. There are 10 different articles reflecting different viewpoints. Let's see what we have there. Now, we have featured viewpoints already listed on the page, and we have the academic journals listed over here too. These will take you down to those. Let's check academic journals over here. Let's just click on the first one here. That opens up an article entitled Radical Lessons in the Wake of Black Lives Matter. Now, many of these will have an initial abstract or summary. This one doesn't. This is the full article itself here. You can read through it and decide whether or not the article contains information that support your position, in this case, on Black Lives Matter. Let's suppose that your thesis reads, Black Lives Matter is a legitimate social civil rights movement. The opposite of that would be Black Lives Matter is not a legitimate social or civil rights movement. You decide which position you take. That position statement is your thesis. It's also the conclusion for the article, the argument that is, that you're going to develop in your paper. So once you have your topic and your thesis, you read each article with an eye to both sides of the issue, those who support your position or claim, those who resist or disagree with your position or claim. Because you're going to have 10 articles minimum, 5 which support your side, 5 which attack or disagree with your side. And you're going to use information from each of those 5 articles minimum, both for and against your position in the development of the body of the research paper. So you're going to want to make sure initially when you turn in your works cited page here very shortly with the list of the 10 articles that you have 5 that support your position, 5 which disagree with your position. Now you read through it and you decide that that is an article perhaps that you want. If you'll hold your command or your control key down and tap the letter A, it will select everything on that page. Then go up to Edit and drop down and select Copy. Now that copies all of the information from that page into the memory of your computer. Now open up a Microsoft Word page, and let's not save this one. Let me select a new one here, a new blank document. And now you can go up to Edit and Paste, and it will drop the entire page, the entire article, into a Word document. And there we have it. We're at the bottom of the document here. Go all the way back up to it, and you can see now that we have the full document for you to save to your computer and to use in the development of your paper. Now, we won't save it in this time, but I wanted to show you how to do it. Now left click on the screen with the article and release the selection there and drop all the way down to the bottom of the article. I'm scrolling down to the bottom here. And at the very bottom of each article, you will find a little light gray box that says Source Citation. Hit the Select button there, and that will select all of that text for the citation that will go into your Works Cited page. Go back up to Edit and Copy, or you can hit the Control or Command key, depending on whether you're using a Mac or a PC. Holding the Control or Command key down, tap the letter C to copy. It'll do the same thing. Then open up a Word page. Let's select a new blank document. We'll center align our cursor there, and we'll type Works Cited. Drop down a couple of lines, and let's go to left alignment here. And now we go back up to Edit and Paste. And it drops in the information that was saved in your memory here for the Works Cited page. This is the first step in developing your Works Cited page. Ultimately, you're going to want to make sure that all of it is in the same font, so you can hit Command or Control A to select it all. Go back up to your link here, and let's suppose we wanted to change it to Times New Roman, so we just type in the font window there, Times New, and hit your Enter key, and that changes it all to Times New Roman. We're going to want all of it to be in the same font size, so we're going to go over here to the font size window and select 12, and that creates the appropriate font size for your Works Cited page. Now, we want to make sure that we have the correct formatting for the works cited pages. Let's remove the, well, it's not going to let us do it. We've got a little paragraphing issue here. That's fine. We'll just leave it there. Select all of the citation, and I'm working on a Mac, so I go up. This is Microsoft Word for a Mac, which gives us these options at the top. If you're using a PC, you can go into Google or one of your other search engines and ask, how do I create a hanging indentation in Microsoft Word for a PC? And it will give you probably a little training video that shows you exactly how to do it, what I'm doing right now. So with the text of my citation selected, I hit Format, drop down to Paragraph. That opens up my special paragraphing options. In the middle, I have indentation here. It's a little bit hard for you to see. Under Special, or right next to Special, I left click down on the up-down arrows, and with my left mouse key pressed down, I'd slide down to Hanging. And I'm going to reduce this to about a 0.3 here, and then click OK. And that creates the hanging indentation for my source, which starts over in the 5th space here for the second and following lines of works cited. That's the appropriate format that I want you to follow for your works cited page. I'll come back, we'll do it again, but since we were here, I thought I would go ahead and show it to you. So let's go back to our opposing viewpoints page. We'll slide back up here over here to the top. And if we wanted to search for another article, we can hit our backspace bar here. That takes us back to our page with sources. We can scroll down and look at other options that we might have. Let's just click on Viewpoints again. That opens up articles from each of the 10 viewpoints. And once again, we can go through it and decide which of these may be appropriate for us to both support our position on Black Lives Matter in this case, or which oppose it. Remember, you want 5 articles that oppose your position, 5 articles that support it. So folks, that's how you do it. If you want to review this again, simply go back and watch the video again, and it'll take you once again to the opposing viewpoints database, the only one from which I will accept information for your research paper articles. All right, if you need more help, give me a call, shoot me a text, or an email, and I will be happy to help you. All right? Very good. Well, folks, thank you so much, and have a great day.